Hello. Hi there. It's me, Void. If you are seeing this video, then it means that I have finished my final stream of The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I'm aware that I have gotten a lot of subs through streaming this game and also Breath of the Wild, which is why I felt the need to make this video. The reason I started streaming Breath of the Wild was to get to Tears of the Kingdom right as it releases, and the reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to see what kind of effect it would have on my channel to play a game right as it releases. However, I learned a lot of things while streaming these games, a lot of do's and don'ts, and it taught me some valuable things about target audience and how that affects channel growth. And don't get me wrong, I do love Zelda, and if I didn't like Zelda, I wouldn't have played it on this channel. But in terms of what I play on this channel, I was actually making an exception. I was willing to make this exception for this trial run, this experiment, and unfortunately, it did fail. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by fail? Well, at some point, I noticed a clear difference between the average viewer who joined for the first time during a Zelda stream and the average viewer who joined for the first time for anything else. And I realized that I was unintentionally creating this split in my audience. And it was confusing everything. It was confusing viewers. It was confusing, the algorithm. It's been holding my channel back, which really pains me to say. Streaming these games on my channel was a really amazing journey, and I did meet some viewers who I think would fit right in on Void Oblivion. This is why I decided to see this journey through to the end. But now, I have to clear up any confusion that I may have created, and it starts with one sentence. This is not a kid's channel. Never has been. My content is not intended for anyone under the age of 13. No! I sometimes swear. Fuck! I sometimes play M-rated games. To appeal to a child audience would be to severely limit myself. And as a variety streamer, I'm aware that this is a very ironic situation, but it's a necessary one, especially since this channel is still very small. But let's cut to the chase. The games. Obviously by this point you figured out that there are games that I will not be streaming moving forward. But the answer is not as simple as an age rating. That would be casting a rather wide net. Instead, I have visualized a Venn diagram consisting of 3 factors. I've already discussed the first factor, age rating. Is the game rated for people younger than 13? But then there's the other 2 factors. There's appeal/accessibility, and yes, that's all one factor. Is the game easy by nature, or hard as a rock? Is the game always bright and cheerful, or does it get darker? And does the main ensemble of characters happen to consist of a bunch of anthropomorphic animals? Lastly, there's the last factor, popularity. This seems like a weird thing to consider, but I'm only including it because of the way it interacts with the other 2 factors. If there's an overlap of popularity, it's a no-go. That simple. And that's it, that's the Venn diagram explained. And don't worry, I'm aware that quite a few of the games that I play for chill streams would be affected by this, so obviously those won't apply. Now, before you leave this video disappointed, upset, and/or heartbroken, remember that all I have just said only applies to streams. Just because a game doesn't pass the stream test doesn't mean it can't be featured on my channel. In other words, if you're currently disappointed that I will not be streaming the next Zelda game in 2029 or whenever it comes out, you can still expect me to do a Let's Play on it. Maybe even with someone else. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of my psychotic ramble. Thank you for hearing what I have to say. If you're still not happy with the news, well, I'm sorry. I did not intend to mislead anyone or trick anyone into thinking that this channel was something else. At the very least, I hope that you understand my decision. If not now, then maybe in a few years. And if not then, well, bye. By the way, for those of you who spoiled the ending of Tears of the Kingdom for me, this is entirely your fault. Okay, bye.